Please enjoy this video. I've taken the time to, he is a Wing Chun master. Now, go ahead and start.
Got three basic maneuvers they call Pak Sao, Lap Sao, and Tan Sao. All right, but in actuality, they're like going through a door. You push through a door, you grab a door and pull it open, and then finally you might, hey, hold that door, wedge the door for yourself. And so that's the idea behind those three. First, we're going to do Pak Sao, and in its standard form, the classical form. Okay, in the classical form, we stand at the Baizhong position, and then we just step in and do a basic drill, and he does it to me, and I do it.
So this goes on for 28 minutes, but if you watch this video, I've watched it probably 5 or 10 times. That's seriously, and he really gets into the depth of what you can do from just the basic three moves in Wing Chun here. So it's very, very much worth watching. Let's just watch a little bit more here.
The elbow, okay, and that is the crook here, right below his elbow, okay, that you want to aim at and then strike, okay. Then I want to go right at the elbow, okay. Notice how Rafi's body is starting to turn. As I keep hitting him, if I just aim at the
end. So he makes the point that taking him off center, making him off balance is the goal of Wing Chun.
Push the door, you pull the door, or you wedge the door. This is very simple, right? Sometimes it's a revolving door, you go through it, right? Sometimes it's another type of door which opens up, so you have to have timing to walk through it. So it's the same thing. Everything is the same. In fact, the ancient Chinese, they call this the gate theory, or mun, right? So you have to talk about how to get into the mun, right? Yap mun, right? That's the Cantonese way of saying it, right? Enter the gate, or enter the door. So this is very common. So we'll focus right now on what we call lap sao, grabbing hand, and pulling hand, so that I show you how we get into the door. Okay. Again, so in the classical sense, we do the drill, and Rafi's in Baizhong, I'm in Baizhong, so then I do lap and punch, and then he does lap and punch, and then I do lap and punch. All right, so, but in application, lap sao is free, right? So he might strike me, right? Then I just lap between his hand and his wrist. Another one might be, he punches at me, I do lap, and then.
So he goes through the many variations of all three moves.
Bones, seal the breath, right? These are typical. Notice the control I have on his body. His body is broken structure. This is what we mean by broken structure. Broken structure. This is what we mean by broken structure. When his center of gravity is off, he's going to try to regain it. Now, Rafi's trying to want to get up, so I send him off.
You can see the value of this video. It covers very extensively Wing Chun.
Hips out, and then the knees bent, so that when he pushes against me, I just simply absorb it in my leg. Now my legs are locked and loaded, okay? Do the pump, and then I can just use the pump.
Legs is a principle we use in taekwondo and JKD. Lock and load your legs so you can spring back.
Behind it, striking out, okay? All right, the straight punch is so versatile. I can just pak low, all right? I can strike up to the center, so, and then again, striking high. And then pak sao and punch. Next day, I'm going to do pak sao and finger strike. Then I'll do pak sao and elbow strike. So, where I control him here, and then kick him here with the shin. Or lap sao, where I kick him, round kick.
So he just goes through all the different variations you can do from the basic three moves in Wing Chun. So let's move on to our next one. So the next one is Adam Misner. Now, a lot of people have different opinions of his skills, but I believe he's the real deal. Let's watch this video. He shows some of the softness of Tai Chi, but he also shows the hardness as well. And here he's doing a classic Tai Chi, but then there's the practical application of it. Notice how he keeps his structure at all times, never losing his structure or his balance. Using the inner chi, the being sung all the time, centered. Very, very powerful. He's got a lot of videos you can watch. He also does seminars, as I understand it, too, as well as some of his followers. And so moving on to the next favorite video, this is Yin Style Bagua. I tried to find this gentleman's name. I know I've seen it elsewhere, but I'm having difficulty finding it. But if you know what it is, you can please post it in the comments. But Yin Style Bagua is a very powerful system, and you see a lot of similarity to this in Tai Chi, and you can see some of the moves in other forms of martial arts, but this is very much worth watching, this video.
It's all originate from and accord with a classic of ancient Chinese philosophy known as the Book of Changes. It is this philosophy which gives us the rules of the circle and square. In Yin Style Bagua, we turn round and strike square. In accord with the symbolism and meaning of 8 trigrams in the Book of Changes, Yin Style Bagua has 8 distinct systems within the art. Each of these systems, represented by a trigram and a particular animal, stands on its own as a complete martial art with unique developmental and fighting methods. Each animal system uses a different part of the body to generate power.
Now, from some of the comments I've read on this gentleman, he's the real deal. He's very, very skilled at what he does, as you can see. And you can see some of the benefit that you might get from MMA and knowing some of these skills. Problem with Yin Style Bagua is not too many practitioners out there to find that can teach you this stuff, at least not that I've found yet. If you know differently, please post in the comments. We'd like to hear from you on that.
Lion uses the waist. Snake uses a binding, constricting force that can be generated by any part of the body. Bear uses the back. Dragon uses the feet. Phoenix uses the shoulders. Rooster uses the elbows. Unicorn uses the waist to remove the opponent's force. And monkey uses the legs. Yin Style Bagua places particular emphasis on single and combined strike practice.
You can see the similarity in Wing Chun, where you open and close doors, where he switches directions in several moves in a combat situation from one direction into the other. Very much like the Wing Chun open closed door. And same with JKD, just going one direction and then instantly changing, going the other.
Paired with various types of footwork. A practitioner will use all parts of the body to execute attacks, with the use of accurate footwork and leg techniques being particularly important. Bagua leg techniques are said to be heavy. Heavy not only in their power, but also in the heavy emphasis placed on their usage. Proper positioning of the feet while moving and attacking is considered essential in being an effective fighter. It allows the practitioner to gain advantageous position on the opponent, while at the same time helping to maximize the power and effectiveness of the technique. A long period of training Yin Style Bagua can increase strength and flexibility, improve reaction time, and speed of movements. It can also improve musculoskeletal structure, nervous system, and internal organ function. It can improve your fighting ability, make you more resistant to attack.
And you can see the similarities between Adam Misner's style and this Yin Style Bagua. Different history, different background, but arrives at the same location somehow in many applications of it. So going on to the fourth favorite that I have is Tai Chi again. And this guy is named Ian Sinclair. He's in Toronto, I believe. He's kind of what I would call a Tai Chi geek, similar to the IT geeks that we all know. He's very good at what he does. So let's watch this one.
Makes me look pretty good in a couple of places. But there's something about martial arts, and you find that more skill that people have, the better they get, and the better quality of skill that you find at a martial arts studio or a martial arts school, the nicer the people are. In fact, you can judge the quality of a school's martial arts by the character of their students and by the personalities of the instructors. Because nobody who has anything worth teaching is going to waste their time teaching somebody who isn't worth it. Nobody's going to waste their time teaching a jerk. And not only that, but in order to master martial arts, you need to master yourself. And this is not just an idealistic principle. This is a very practical thing. Every time there's a thought, there's an emotion. Every time there's an emotion, there's a physical response.
And it goes on. He's fighting or demonstrating with an MMA guy. And, of course, the MMA guy's not coming full force at him. He's cooperating with him in order to show his skill set. But very, very interesting practitioner of Tai Chi, same as Adam Misner in that regard.
Think that I was some great martial arts master just because of the way that they're helping me out with this demonstration. So it bears my point. The better a martial arts school, the nicer the people. And the higher the level of skill, the nicer the personalities of the instructors.
A good demonstration of the inner quality of Tai Chi. A little funny too. Anyway, so those are the four of my favorite martial art videos. It's not endorsing them in any way or saying that they're the cat's meow of martial arts, but there's something to be learned from each of these four. So in conclusion, I appreciate all the subscribers that I've gained over the last several months. Appreciate your watching my videos, and this is my way of paying you back. And enjoy these four martial artists, and continue with your training. Talk to you soon. Thank you.